Imagine this. You're floating somewhere beyond Mars, staring at a massive icy world that almost seems to glow against the blackness of space. Suddenly, you notice something unusual. Tiny points of light, shining so brightly they look almost artificial. Could these mysterious lights be evidence that we are no longer alone in the universe? Could they even be signs of alien technology buried deep within this world? These are not scenes from a science fiction movie. These are the very real mysteries that NASA's Dawn spacecraft uncovered when it visited Ceres, the largest object in the asteroid belt. This strange, distant world, nearly 600 miles wide, was once considered just another rock orbiting between Mars and Jupiter. But when NASA's Dawn mission reached Ceres, everything we thought we knew about the asteroid belt changed. Back in 2007, when NASA launched Dawn, the mission sounded like just another attempt to study a few space rocks. But there was something revolutionary about this spacecraft. It carried ion engines, a technology more common in futuristic space fiction than in real-life exploration. Unlike chemical rockets that give a powerful but short-lived push, Dawn's ion engines provided a gentle but constant thrust. Imagine the difference between a sudden sprint and a slow but unstoppable marathon. Dawn was the marathon runner of space exploration. Its first stop was Vesta, the second largest object in the asteroid belt. For 14 months, Dawn orbited Vesta, capturing breathtaking images that revealed its complex surface, deep craters, and even evidence of past volcanic activity. But what happened next would change history. Dawn left Vesta and set its course for Ceres, the true giant of the asteroid belt. Ceres isn't just big. It's so massive that it makes up about 1/3 of the entire mass of the asteroid belt. It's round, almost like a planet, with its own internal structure, a rocky core, and a crust that scientists believed could be hiding something extraordinary. Water ice. The moment Dawn finally arrived at Ceres in 2015, scientists were stunned. For the first time ever, we could see this dwarf planet up close, and there, shining against the dark surface, were the bright spots, mysterious glowing patches that seemed to reflect sunlight like tiny mirrors in space. At first, scientists thought they might just be ice, or maybe some kind of salt deposits. But as more data came in, things only got stranger. Not only were the bright spots extremely reflective, but they also appeared to change over time, as if something was replenishing them from below the surface. Could this be evidence of cryovolcanism, a type of volcano that erupts not with molten rock, but with salty water and ice? Even more incredible, some scientists began to wonder if these spots could be something artificial. After all, the brightest of them, located in Okator crater, was so reflective that it could be seen even by small telescopes on Earth. The idea that these could be lights from some alien installation might sound crazy. But when you think about it, what natural process could create such bright, concentrated reflections in multiple locations across the planet? This is where the mystery deepens and where our story truly begins. When Dawn sent its first high-resolution images of Okator crater, scientists could hardly believe what they were seeing. Okator crater is a massive depression, nearly 57 miles wide, and right in its center lies a glowing region now known as Cerealia Facula. This bright area was so reflective that some researchers initially thought it was fresh ice, newly exposed to space. But as the data came in, things got weird. Spectral analysis showed that the bright spots weren't just frozen water. They contained sodium carbonate, a type of salt never before seen in such quantities on an object this far from the sun. Here's why this is extraordinary. Sodium carbonates usually form in liquid water, not just frozen ice. This means that at some point in the recent past, geologically speaking, Ceres had salty liquid water rising from below the surface. But wait. Ceres is tiny compared to Earth. It shouldn't have enough heat left in its core to keep water liquid after billions of years. So where did this heat come from? Some scientists believe it could be leftover radioactive decay slowly warming the interior. Others think tidal forces, gravitational pulls from Jupiter and other planets, might occasionally squeeze Ceres and generate internal heat. Whatever the source, the implications are incredible. Ceres may still be geologically active, which means it's not a dead rock. It's a living, changing world. And here's the kicker. The bright spots weren't just reflective, they appeared to change brightness over time. Some even seemed to fade and then reappear, almost as if they were being replenished. Imagine watching a distant world and realizing that you are seeing some kind of activity happening in real time. This is what got scientists thinking. Could we be looking at active cryovolcanism? Cryovolcanism is like regular volcanism, but with a twist. Instead of lava, it spews briny water, ammonia, and other ices. This brine then freezes and leaves behind salt deposits, just like what Dawn saw on Ceres. The discovery of cryovolcanoes on Ceres was revolutionary. Before Dawn, scientists thought such activity could only happen on icy moons like Enceladus or Europa, not on an object in the asteroid belt. This meant that Ceres was much more similar to those moons than to its rocky asteroid neighbors. And if those moons are prime candidates for hosting microbial life, then suddenly Ceres joined that list. Here's where the story takes a truly wild turn. After the discovery of the bright spots, some researchers and a lot of curious astronomers online began to wonder if the lights could be artificial. It sounds like science fiction, but think about it. These bright spots are incredibly reflective, extremely concentrated, and in some cases seem to refresh themselves. Could we be seeing some kind of alien infrastructure? Now, most scientists don't jump to the aliens did it conclusion, but they do admit that the bright spots are unlike anything we've ever seen on an asteroid or dwarf planet. To make things more exciting, Dawn detected unusual emissions from the region, possibly linked to water vapor escaping from beneath the surface. This means that Ceres could have a subsurface ocean, just like Europa and Enceladus. And if you have liquid water, salts, and a source of energy, you have the ingredients for life. This is why some experts believe Ceres could be one of the best places to look for microbial life beyond Earth. Imagine sending a future lander mission to drill into those salty deposits and look for evidence of living organisms. But there's another fascinating angle. If the bright spots are natural, they could still tell us about how life might start on a small world. If they're artificial, well, that would be the single most groundbreaking discovery in human history. Some researchers have even playfully suggested that the lights could be ancient beacons left behind by a long-gone alien civilization. This theory is far from mainstream, but it shows how much Ceres has captured the imagination of scientists and the public alike. The Dawn mission officially ended in 2018 when NASA lost contact with the spacecraft. But the data it sent back is still being analyzed, and new discoveries keep coming. For example, recent studies suggest that briny water may still be seeping up to the surface of Ceres even today. This means the world could be geologically active right now, not millions of years ago, but today. This makes Ceres a prime target for future missions. NASA has already proposed a Ceres sample return mission that would bring back material from the bright spots and analyze it on Earth. Imagine if we found fossilized microbes, or even living ones, in those samples. It would completely transform our understanding of life in the universe. Ceres could also become an important outpost for humanity. Because it has so much water ice, future space explorers could mine it for water, which could then be split into hydrogen and oxygen for rocket fuel. This would make Ceres a refueling station for missions heading deeper into the solar system. And here's a mind-bending thought. If Ceres really does have a subsurface ocean, it could potentially host a biosphere, a place where life has been evolving in isolation for billions of years. Exploring that ocean might reveal organisms completely different from anything we have on Earth. In other words, Ceres might hold the key to answering one of humanity's oldest questions. Are we alone in the universe? So the next time you look up at the night sky and think about the asteroid belt, remember this. Somewhere out there, 250 million miles away, a small world is shining. And it may be shining back at us for a reason. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you love space exploration, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your friends so we can keep exploring the universe together.